So in order to make sure that I've got this composition where I want it to be, and also that since I'm recording this, that I don't have a lot of kind of wasted energy searching for drawing, I've made a transfer, an outline of the original drawing, the original portrait that I made, and I'm going to transfer that onto the canvas. And I've just got a bit of transparent paper, kind of tracing paper. I put that over the drawing. uh, Flake white, and I'm going to add in just a sense of this highlight in the middle of the forehead. That way I know I can kind of compare the values here versus here and so on. So oftentimes maybe we can overestimate or underestimate what the halftone values are in a particular area because we don't have kind of a frame of reference at the top. This is what you'd refer to as keying the painting, right? So if we understand where the top is and where the bottom of the value scale is, we have the opportunity to kind of figure out the values in between. So what I figure I'm going to do is probably make at least 2 passes on this painting. So part of my thinking is also that I want this first layer to dry with a nice strong kind of paint film, and I want it to kind of be dry. So I'm not particularly worried about that being too light just now. There's something really important in this portrait actually, and it's the top plane of the lower eyelid. So I'm going to make sure that I have enough room on either side for that to be a significant feature. So I'm sure that some of you are also wondering what this metal rod is here that I keep leaning my hand on. Well, it's kind of a replacement for what you would call a mahl stick. It's M-A-H-L S-T-I-C-K. I'm sure you weren't having difficulty spelling the second part, but what I wanted to say about it was that you know, when you're trying to have control or dexterity in very tight areas, it can be really useful to have something to rest your hand on. Now, what happens if you don't have this? It's usually wind up resting it on the canvas, in which case, especially if you have like a really light background like me, you wind up getting these little fingerprint kind of dots on the side of your canvas. So in my setup, I have this just kind of leaned against the top of the canvas, so I always have a kind of place to rest my hand, and I can kind of slide it back and forth over the surface. I highly recommend it. I just think that it's one of those things where for practicality's sake, it's really, really useful to have. Even if you feel like, you know, probably your hand is pretty steady, I would still recommend using one.